I've explored a lot of abandoned places, but there's one that stuck with me more than any other. An abandoned middle school on the east side of Detroit. The building had been shut down since the early 2000s, but when I pulled up, it looked like it had been decaying for decades. Windows smashed out, the brick walls tagged with graffiti, the old sign out front still clinging to its last letters. The second I stepped inside, the air hit me. Damp, moldy, mixed with that weird sour smell that only comes from buildings left to rot. My flashlight beam swept across rows of lockers, most of them pried open, a few with crayon drawings still taped to the inside. It was strange. The place felt frozen in time. Desks still lined up in classrooms, textbooks scattered across the floor, a chalkboard in one room with math problems half erased like class had just ended one day and never resumed. But what really set me on edge were the sounds. Abandoned schools are supposed to be silent, but I kept hearing things. A desk creaking in a room I hadn't stepped into yet. The faint slam of a locker down the hall. I told myself it was the building settling. Rats. The wind. Anything but what it really sounded like. Kids. At one point, I walked into a gymnasium. My flashlight barely cut through the dark, but I could make out the basketball hoops hanging by rusted chains. That's when I heard it. The bounce of a ball. Once. Twice. Then nothing. The sound came from the far end of the court, but when I swung my light, there was nothing there. Just peeling paint and a collapsed set of bleachers. I should have left then, but curiosity always gets the better of me. I went deeper, into the basement. The stairs creaked with every step. The air got colder, heavy, like it didn't want me down there. My beam landed on an old boiler, pipes dripping water onto the cracked floor. That's when I heard whispering. Faint, overlapping voices, like a classroom full of kids murmuring at once. I followed it down a hall lined with lockers until I reached a room at the very end. The door was half open. I pushed it. Inside, the walls were covered with drawings. Not graffiti, not scribbles, but children's drawings. Crude crayon sketches of stick figures. Dozens of them, all standing in a row. Every single one had black, hollow eyes. I froze, and that's when I noticed something worse. In the far corner, against the wall, was a chair, and on it, a figure. At first, I thought it was a mannequin, but then its head jerked toward me. Its face, pale, sunken, eyes completely black, just like the drawings. I stumbled back, my flashlight shaking in my hands. The whispers grew louder, filling the room, filling my head until I thought my skull would crack. The figure stood. Its movements were wrong, jerky, like a puppet on strings. And as it started toward me, the drawings on the walls seemed to shift, the stick figures bending, turning, all of them now facing me. I bolted. Sprinting up the stairs, through the halls, past the gym, I didn't look back. The whole time, I could hear footsteps behind me. Not one set, but many. Dozens, like an entire crowd giving chase. When I finally burst out the doors into the night, I didn't stop running until I was back in my car. From the outside, the school was silent again. Empty. But in the distance, from deep inside, I swore I heard it. The faint echo of children laughing,